what's poppin'? It's your girl Zen, and if you don't know what this video about, then you better read that title again, period. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As y'all can see by that title and that thumbnail, your girl is back at it again with another episode recap. So before we get into this video, make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you know when girls upload a new video. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright y'all, so we are back at it again with another Teen Mom Family Reunion episode recap, and today we are recapping episode 4, and today we are eating, well, not really eating, we're eating slash snacking on a grilled cheese and some Cajun boiled peanuts, the ones that come already Cajun seasoned in the can. What's the brand? I forgot the brand, but yeah, they already come in the can, Cajun. What I do is I put them in a crock pot overnight, let them slow cook, then by the next morning they be all soft and just marinated and all the good things. So yeah, they good and ready to eat. All right, so first I'm eating my grilled cheese though, because I'm hungry. I need to eat that first. So yeah, I'm gonna put my empty shells in this cook. So all right, let me pull up the episode and get started, because y'all know can't make video too long, but we gotta make sure we get through the whole episode. We gotta cover everything.
I'm interested to get the vote of both of them, but you know, we gotta hash some things out with Mackenzie first.
Oh, she's so scared of me.
Like alcohol drink? I need some too.
So that was it? Like they come in here, awkward silence, and then they dip out? They ain't really helping the awkward level here.
Did you feel an awkward vibe when we walked in there?
Yeah.
But no matter what, we're gonna have fun.
I know I'm gonna have fun. You better have fun too. I think she's feeling a little nervous, but that's also one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm here to support her as best as I can.
Does anyone know where our room is located?
We can go see. Yeah, they have big names. You can feel the tension in the room. So I just felt like if I can try to make them feel okay, they're at home, and get some sleep, maybe this will help. Oh, so you guys are down here? Yeah. Oh, your guys' room is cute. Look at that.
Look at that picture right there.
Oh, that's in Jamaica.
I'll say what everyone's thinking. Awkward.
The tension in the room is kind of thick.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Waking up this morning, you can definitely still feel the tension in the room with everything that's gone down with Mackenzie. I just think today it's gonna be really weird.
What are you gonna do?
I gotta process life right now. At this point, I am just going to try to have the best experience I can and to find a good time to get to talk to Cheyenne.
Word of the day is... Oh! My God, help me.
You have to have a word of the day?
Tranquilo!
Which means?
Tranquilo. Calm down.
Oh, okay.
Stay calm.
Tranquilo.
So are you excited when you knew you were coming here or what?
Yes, I was, but nervous too.
Okay, but what happened with other cast members? Because this is what I heard yesterday, that stuff happened between you and Cheyenne.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? I know a small bit of the history and drama between her and Cheyenne, but I wanted to learn what her perception was. I wanted to know her side of what happened.
I had made a comment on...
I like that he want to kind of get to know her side of the story, because everybody, of course, heard Cheyenne's story. And Cheyenne is the type of person that she one of those people that play victim a lot of the times. So, of course, she trying to tell them this sob story. Oh, people came to my house, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. But you ain't bring up the fact that you did the same Mackenzie did. Like, so it's kind of good to see him wanting to get her side too and not just going basically off of Cheyenne's story. Because sometimes Cheyenne be just trying to sugarcoat the story.
Facebook, and I was trying to be politically correct, so there was like a word mix-up.
Okay.
Yeah. And instead of saying woman of color, I don't want to repeat it. But,
She said colored woman. Okay.
I wake up the next morning and there's articles everywhere. I was raised around no diversity. I had one black girl in my school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My comment was not okay. What I said was not okay, and it came out of ignorance. And then after educating myself, like, on the word, I will hear it, you know, and I'm like, wait, what? What did you
It
just say?
sparks something, doesn't it? It does spark something. Once you learn the history, it's like, ooh. It happens, man. People do make mistakes. And when you genuinely get to know someone and realize that they're not that type of person who they're being portrayed to be,
Right.
that's one of the reasons why I'm happy that I got to know Mackenzie before I got to know the situation.
I said something stupid. I want to take full accountability.
So basically what she said was when Kamala, whatever her name is, the vice president, when she was running for president, she basically put under a post and said, out of all the colored women, this is who y'all choose to be vice president. That's all she said. I guess people took it as her being racist because she said out of all of the colored women. I guess, y'all know people so sensitive when it comes to the whole colored women, the N-word, and all that type of stuff like that. I guess she was trying to make it politically correct by saying color out of all of the colored women instead of black or something like that. Y'all know people took it way out of proportion. Honestly, I don't see the comment as that big of a deal. The way they making it seem. Like, they making the whole beef out of that simple comment. Like,
The other girls know. So I texted two of them. One was your wife. You didn't know.
Oh, you did text Kate?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she was like, you know, the right thing to do is just to own up, say sorry.
Right.
I appreciate that you recognize where you went wrong.
Right.
I called Cheyenne too.
How did that come about?
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm
this
curious
is where
about.
everything like went south. She made a tweet like, and basically said it was from ignorance, which is true.
Did you know that people were showing up to her house?
No.
Wow.
I personally have never met Mackenzie before, but I know there's been some issues with her and Cheyenne. But if I know one thing about Cheyenne, it's that she is graceful, forgiving, open-minded,
Not
and
really.
willing to give people second chances.
not really.
So I don't know how this is going to play out.
Do you feel like it's necessary to have a conversation with Cheyenne, or do you feel like it's
Yeah.
culture, I guess?
Yeah. I really do. Like, we have to have this conversation.
Maybe you could just explain to her what you learned in 2 years.
Right.
But my thing is, does she got to explain herself to Cheyenne, like, of what she learned in 2 years? Like, the comment was not that fucking bad. Like, when did Cheyenne basically explain herself or tell what she learned in the past 2 years from when she made them tweets about them white kids? Talking about killing white kids and some other shit she was saying about white people. But ain't nobody up her ass about that. Hypocrite.
Alright, I know we've all been having fun, right? I swear, tackle. Fine.
Sounds good to me.
Having fun, right?
Yeah.
Alright, and I'm happy everybody has on their sneakers. Because today we're going to go dune bugging. Yes! And we're going to meet the coaches at the end of the finish line.
Sounds good to me. Dune buggies.
I had a really good one-on-one talk with Tyler, but I'm still trying to figure out where my place is in his house. So we decided that we're not going to do the workshop, and we kind of wanted to just look around and get settled in.
So is everybody ready? Because we're going to head out like soon.
Let's go. For some reason, Mackenzie and Kaz, they're not coming to the workshop, and I'm just thinking, that's another opportunity that you have to become part of this group, but she's isolating herself again. Where we going, man?
Shit, I would have isolated myself too, because y'all not really making her feel welcome either. Because again, y'all listen to Cheyenne's story, and now y'all just trying to be back because y'all all like Cheyenne. Y'all all on Cheyenne's side instead of still just giving the girl the benefit of the doubt because that has nothing to do with y'all and y'all friendship with Cheyenne. Y'all still could have been a little bit more welcoming to her as well. So I wouldn't have went either.
And I see new monkeys, I'm already pumped. I'm like, yes, we're going to ride some new monkey on me. Like, I don't care what the exercise is, as long as get the ride those things, I'm pumped. Get in, y'all.
Game time, baby. Let's get after it, babe. Come on.
We come from very, very different backgrounds, you and I. But we realize, like, we're very, very much alike. And no one's ever given me the grace and the patience that you have. I'm just so happy. And then we were invited here and all this stuff is being brought out. And it's because I made mistakes, Kathy.
I made mistakes.
Like, you're taking God so much with me. And like, sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it.
You know, it was kind of a tough decision for Mackenzie to come here. I want her to be brave. You can only control what you can control. But,
Right.
you know, I just hope Cheyenne and Mackenzie can figure it out at the end. Everybody has made mistakes in their life. And a lot of people have made mistakes.
Yep, even Cheyenne.
Or they
And her
cry about it.
tweets was more worse than her.
I know I have got to say sorry to Cheyenne, but I have to mentally prepare myself because I've messed up before.
I think Cheyenne basically want her to apologize for the fact that people was coming to Cheyenne's house because Mackenzie went live saying that Cheyenne didn't say that she loved Mackenzie back. So Mackenzie, I guess, felt some type of way. So she went live talking about the situation. And after the live, people was coming to Cheyenne's house. But Mackenzie can't control that. She can't. It ain't like she on live telling people to go to the girl's house. No. She was just telling her how she felt about the situation. Which she can do. Freedom of speech. You can't make that girl apologize for that. Like,
today we've set up a workshop for you. It is called In the Driver's Seat.
In relationships, a lot of the time, it's all about perspective. But sometimes, if you can just change that perspective, you can learn to see things in your relationship in a whole new light.
Sometimes you're the driver of the relationship, and sometimes you're the passive passenger. In this role reversal exercise, you're going to take the wheel as your partner.
You'll get to vocalize what you think your partner thinks are the biggest issues in your relationship.
Ladies and gents, we're splitting up. Ladies, you're coming with me.
And guys, you're coming with me.
I have to put myself in Sean's shoes and, like, how does his brain work?
What has he said in arguments? What has he said during conflicts?
Jade, you are very intimidating. You expect a lot. You sometimes make me feel like less of a man. You shouldn't talk down to me and maybe be less abrasive. Jade, you're mean. Jade, sometimes you're mean. I realized after I had an argument with myself that I need to chill.
Sean, you for using drugs and hiding it from me, you piece of...
oh,
Yeah. You for thinking I don't give it or see the effort you put into your recovery. And after everything I've been through in my life, I thought you would know that I have empathy for your situation. If you love me, you're going to stop treating me this way.
And if you don't love me,
then leave. It's really just an exercise to help you vent and say you might not want to say to their face.
Corey, you're
Talk
up.
shit,
I'm
man.
waiting to play Taylor. Get in that driver's seat.
Corey's up next. I'll pull my popcorn out. It's going to be a good one.
Ooh, that Corey. Oh, that Corey.
Yeah, man. That guy Corey. I start off as Taylor, you know, and I just kind of let myself have it.
Oh, Corey.
You for always hurting me. Always. I try to trust you. You break the trust. I'm hurt. All that you put me through, you want me to recover, I'm still hurting from it. And it's not up to you to pick when I get to recover from that.
I need you to
do more with yourself. I need you to go out and have a social life. There's more. He says more. We need to have alone time. You need to separate yourself from the kids. It was odd to put myself in his shoes and have a conversation with myself, but it actually made me realize that maybe we're talking to each other the wrong way, and maybe we need to just communicate a little bit differently. So it was good to be in his shoes for once.
I need you just to love me, to be there for me, support me, put that ring on my finger. If I don't get my needs met with you, I'm going to have to move on. You need to take that step.
So, Cheyenne, what you get to do is to be Zach. What he might say are his issues.
Zach, what drives me crazy about you is...
Zach, what drives me crazy about you is you have so much potential, but you don't utilize all of it.
Cheyenne, you don't appreciate the things that I do. You don't do things around the house.
Do you have any idea that I believe in you?
Cheyenne, you work too much. Cheyenne, you don't know how to put your phone down. Cheyenne, all you know how to do is make money.
I hate that you try to wear the drawers in a relationship.
Cheyenne, you need to be quiet. Besides, I learned to see Zach's perspective. I'm dominant, controlling, I take over. I'll ask Zach a question and answer it before I even let him think about his answer.
Can I see your eyes for a second?
Yes, you can.
I can feel the emotion in your voice, the caps, the shades. It's almost this visual metaphor of hiding.
Yeah.
And this right here, do you think Cheyenne needs to see that?
Yeah,
I think
definitely
so too.
does. Coach Mike brought something out of me that I didn't know. I was able to voice how she felt from her shoes and felt good.
The driver's seat workshop was a learning experience. It helped me realize not only are my feelings valid, but my partner's feelings are valid too.
When everybody's out of the house earlier, Mackenzie's doing all right. Mackenzie's emotions are in check. And as soon as it was time for dinner, got weird again. Mackenzie looks scared to talk to Shy. Shy is being quiet right now. I know what that means. She's mad or she's irritated. Then she's probably both. There's a lot of tension going around. It's awkward. We need to kill this. It's holding the group back because everyone's walking on eggs. We're like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
How are the hot dogs?
Oh, no, I got to get the onions off first.
The whole situation hurts. I am very uncomfortable for me, for her, for everyone. And at the end of the day, I need to go apologize to her because at this point, we have got to move forward.
Taylor and I are meeting with Dr. Mike today for our couple session, and I think it's really important for us to address our communication issues and our intimacy issues.
All right, so it's Taylor and Macy's time for their coaching session. So let's see how this go. Not my most interesting couple, so we finna see how this go. Hopefully it's not a snooze fest.
So today's session is about deep honesty. And I want the two of you, this married couple, telling each other what is the deeply honest moment when you knew you were in love with your partner.
I think the time that really struck the chords for me was the time you told me when I was getting ready to move out there and we were going to give this a go, and you said you have to decide if this is for you and this is going to work, because I'm not bringing you into Bentley's life for you to leave later on.
How are you handling being in Bentley's world?
Sleeping on Ninja Turtle bed tonight.
Yeah.
And it was at that moment that I went back and reflected, and I thought, not only can I not do this to you, but I can't do this to a 4-year-old child.
Yeah.
That hit me deep. Yeah.
That's wild, because that's what I was going to say.
Really?
Yeah, that was it for me too.
Wow.
Because for me, I completely just let all the fences down.
What does that feel like when you talk about your love for him?
I feel blessed. Really blessed. Because to just be able to sit here and just appreciate and love every bit of him, even if I want to rip his head off sometimes.
I have a strong strong feeling that because of the passion I'm sensing in the two of you, I have a feeling you guys can fight.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
What does he say that hurt you the most?
I don't want to say it.
We all say things we don't mean, so
Right.
this is not like we're catching him or catching you. But I can tell that by your emotion, that thing that he says that's pressing on some Achilles heel in you, I see it.
Mm-hmm. He said that he would not want his daughter to become the mother that I am.
Oh. What did that feel like?
Cold. What have I done that hurt him that bad?
Right. It's kind of sad.
And Taylor, I imagine that you have an Achilles heel that she pressed on for you to say something that low.
I think some of it's my own doing because I don't speak on things, on the little things when they're bothering me, and I just bury them inside to the point where it's like a volcano, and when it erupts, it erupts.
Did you mean what you said?
No.
Has he repaired that wound from what he said?
I know when you said that you didn't mean it. Doesn't mean it hurt any less. It makes me feel worthless, but I know it's not true or how he really feels. I know it's a part of the build-up from lack of communicating.
And your identity was mom, right?
That is all that it ever was.
And you picked up this identity as dad.
Yes.
And tell me if this is accurate. The two of you prioritize your kids as super parents, and sometimes parenting gets in between the two of you.
100%.
Is that right?
Yes.
Isn't it so funny that the very thing that attracted you to him, right? He was such a loving provider to your kid.
Yeah.
Is now probably the thing that is driving a wedge in between the two.
Wow.
Never thought about that.
And that's how it is in relationships. And it's not that you're going to get rid of that thing. I don't want you to stop being super parents. I think it's an asset
Yeah.
until it's a liability, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you need from him?
I think to be seen.
You're craving a lot more openness from Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it that you need from her?
I think at times just realizing what I've done that day instead of what I haven't.
Yeah.
So I have my first homework assignment for the two of you. After hearing everything that the two of you need from each other to really repair, to get this passion back, I want you guys to have a date night. And I want you, this is the hard part of the assignment, you cannot talk about your kids. That date night is all about your relationship, the two of you.
I actually really like that idea. It really made me think back to the times when me and Macy were first starting to date, the intimacy and the love and affection we had for each other and the flirtiness. And I wonder if we can ever get back to that point.
I'm getting a little irritated. You are? Yeah.
Why don't we like
I just feel like
else is talking?
Right. It's like you go to everybody else to have these conversations and you're just literally just ignoring me. And it's like starting to frustrate me to where I feel like if she would have came in and was like, hey, not tonight, but tomorrow, please sit down and talk, I would have been so much more open to having a conversation. But at this point, you've gone to every single person in this house to have a conversation. Multiple.
No one knows me.
Yeah.
No one's gotten to know me. I said something stupid. I want to take full accountability. You know, the right thing to do is just to own up, say sorry.
Maybe she just scared because of how you gonna,
Yeah.
or how
I
she
feel like
gonna react.
Mackenzie has done a good job at just avoiding me since she's been here. But at this point, we're living together. We can't avoid each other forever.
Listen, these two girls need to have this talk so the tension in the house can be dead, but that's on nobody but their time.
If she would have came in rather than just hiding or
That's
just
what I'm
completely
talking about.
ignoring me, then I would have been way more open. I was still open last night. Everyone here is telling me how she's spoken to them, and now I'm just starting to get frustrated.
She's scared of you, Shaw.
I don't care. But now I don't.
Corey,
Like,
shut
now I don't
up.
want you to come talk to me because now I have an attitude.
I know.
At this point, I'm so over it. No, and I'm not going to you. I'm not giving you that.
I agree
I
with you,
don't
Shaw.
think you should, because it's not you that was in the wrong. She was in the wrong, and she should be coming and talking to
But if
you.
she
How was
so
she in?
much,
What did she do?
understood that.
Somebody needs to start the conversation, but I think that somebody needs to be Mackenzie, because Shy has tried to reach out multiple times to her, and it
When?
didn't go well.
We gotta have Shy's back before we have Mackenzie's back. I think that's what she's up to.
I don't want to address it, and I feel like at this point I have to address it.
Dr. Mike gave me basically some homework to go on a date and challenged us to not talk about the kids.
It's our date, babe.
I love these adventurous days. It's something we used to do early on in our relationship. We haven't got to do as much since we've had kids.
You aren't necessarily going to remember just going to dinner, but swimming in a volcano, definitely not going to forget it.
I believe we're in Colombia
I mean, I can, but I can't.
at a volcano.
What if it erupts?
Then it's going to be our last volcano.
I am very anxious about this homework challenge in that we cannot talk about the kids at all. I'm eager to see if we can live up to the challenge. It's going to take a lot of effort from both of us. What are the rules? No talking about the kids, no talking about family stuff.
I'm talking about back home.
Okay, so we're
Me and you.
going 10 years back.
Like we first started dating.
Deal. We've got to climb up that.
Let's do it.
I'm kind of scared. Here we go.
There we go. You gonna come exercise for our date, did you?
I had a feeling. I guess the mud from this volcano is supposed to have healing powers. Honestly, I think it's perfect for our date. Once you get to the top and you're still alive, the view is absolutely stunning.
Look at this.
Oh my god. And actually kind of like peaceful. It's really quiet. I mean, does it get prettier?
No, this is crazy. Holy.
Really jump in?
Yeah.
What?
That's a long jump.
And then there's the inside of the volcano, and you just climb down the stairs and get in. Whoa. Mine's slippery.
One more moment,
Oh, it ain't a long jump. I thought it looked like it from the angle. They in that mud. Is it warm?
It's weird because when you climb in it, like you can't touch the bottom, but there's so much sulfur or whatever it is that it actually like pushes you to the top and float.
I don't know if it's the healing powers in the mud or that Taylor and I are not talking about our kids, but I'm having an absolute blast. I feel like I haven't had this much fun with Taylor in a very long time.
Right on my back.
What are you doing?
Look, you're right.
No, I didn't. I put eyeliner.
Now imagine riding home with all that mud on you. Well, I'm pretty sure they got somewhere to wash off before.
Oh, that's not refreshing at all. I'm getting in the shade. I knew at some point it was going to be disrespectful for me to just carry on without the apology to Cheyenne. I want her to know I am sorry that she is even in this situation. So, Cheyenne, I wanted to just break the awkwardness. The way I came in, I wanted to really respect boundaries. And I just didn't want you to think that I wasn't going around hugging everyone, because I just really wanted to respect your boundary.
I'm super glad that Mackenzie and Cheyenne are finally able to talk.
Look at her body
That they can
language.
kind of just get to a level ground.
I hate
Look
that.
at look at her. Look how she's sitting there looking at that girl.
That's
That's why she's scared to talk to her.
Look
at your body language. You ain't looking at the girl while she's trying to talk to you, apologize to you.
Self-aware before this conversation was had.
It's given she got a rock stuck up her ass.
Self-aware enough.
In her.
Or just taking accountability. I was making myself a victim.
I'm trying to be open listening to Mackenzie's apology, but 2 years ago, Mackenzie did not understand the power of her words. I hope now she does. I'm trying to keep an open mind.
I am just now aware of damage that happened to your family and really how bad it was.
That's untrue, because that was made well aware of, that people were coming to my house.
I never knew people were coming to your house. I really would not lie about not knowing what that was happening.
It was explained from multiple different channels, though.
They're talking a lot. I don't know if it's positive. Hopefully it is.
Every time you went on live and cried about how I didn't say that I loved you, my family got attacked for it. People were calling my kids school, calling my parents' business, showing up to my house to defend
you and your words. So I get that you're saying you were coming from a place of ignorance, but understand that your words have power. And that's the frustration.
No one ever told me.
I don't believe that.
Now she turned her back on her. It's rude.
Well, that's why I'm here having this conversation, is to take full accountability. I said something ignorant and tried to fix it. And I did a lot of damage, and I'm sorry for the damage that it did to you and your family. And that's that. If there is a way we can work past this, I am willing to do what you need from me.
Oh, I'm good. I don't need you to do anything. I feel like that's good that you're at a place where you can take accountability. I think that's great for your personal
She's
growth.
still being an asshole.
Especially now that you're dating somebody that's black. And if you guys have babies, they're black. If they get pulled over, they're not going to say, hey, my mom's white. So if you have a kid with him, they're not going to have the same privileges of your other kids or you. So I hope that you take time to understand that and educate yourself on that, because if not, you're just as ignorant as you were 2 years ago.
If I could go back and change anything, I would have never brought you into it. And looking back, like, that's where I see where I really, really, really messed up. I am sorry for how this affected you and your family.
Okay.
Like,
Girl,
I
look how
come to
she's
you
being
as
so
woman to woman,
dry.
mom to mom.
All right.
Nothing I could have said or done could
Right.
convince her I am sorry.
Exactly.
I was kind of in the pool, sort of eavesdropping, and I could just see Cheyenne shutting down a lot and Mackenzie shutting down a lot. So I don't know if this felt like a very pressured conversation or what. How do you think it went?
Awkward. Yeah, but it is what it is. Like, I'm never good with words.
I heard you apologize. That's all you can do, right?
You know what I mean?
The conversation with Mackenzie and Cheyenne did not go well. Like, if I were in Mackenzie's shoes, I would just let it happen on their own time. Don't let it take away from the experience that you could have here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't like it. I felt like I gave her enough of, like, I'm glad accountability. I think that's great for you. What I can't do for you is feed into the bull. You're a liar. Have to do with. You're an actual liar. Cheyenne and Mackenzie had their first chat. Mackenzie is wanting a friendship, and I think Cheyenne just wants to move past it and is not wanting the same thing, so I just don't think they're on the same page.
I'm not forcing anyone to like sorry, I'm just never meant to hurt anyone.
Maybe like the more time that goes on here, the more you'll see the real person she is.
I agree with, and I hope that that's the situation. We'll move past it, but understand, you asking me what do you want from me? What do you need me to do? Nothing.
I messed up. It was me. It was all me. All my fault. I'm sorry.
Next time on Teen Mom Family Reunion.
Go! Stop!
You don't often see Macy in this much pain. This looks really bad.
I'm just scared to death. Like, I watched my mom take her last breath, and then my life fell apart after.
I can't imagine. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Whew. Okay. So, episode over, y'all. Next week, look like, I guess, Mackenzie finally doing a group activity with the rest of the group without isolating herself. And she talked about basically life after the death of her mom, stuff like that. But as far as this episode, Cheyenne's attitude was real bad, and it made her look bad. And while the episode airing, she is in Paris living her best life and not addressing, like, her attitude, basically. Trying to make it seem like Mackenzie was the reason behind her attitude. The girl tried to talk to you. You got to understand, put yourself in her shoes. Like, y'all had beef. Y'all had drama. This was a sensitive subject on a lot of people's ends, and you just wanted her to come in and straight apologize. No, like, soon as she came in, everybody was all awkward. you was looking all mean and like you had an attitude. So of course I'm gonna walk up to you with you looking like that. Cause then I don't know if you gonna like not try to hook me, not try to say hey if I say hey to you. Like I guess she was trying to read the room a little bit, but she read the room a little bit too long for Cheyenne's liking. And by the time she did talk to her, Cheyenne was already just over the situation, as you can tell by her dry ass answers. And not gonna lie, if I was Mackenzie, I would have been a little pissed. And then I would have just had to have an attitude with you and be like, what's the real issue? Like, I'm sitting here trying to apologize. Like, if you're not going to accept my apology, there's no sense us having this conversation. Like, but I can just tell that Mackenzie really, like, is trying to, like, kind of be her friend. Not be her friend, but trying to be cordial. And she, like, sincerely trying to apologize to her. But she can just tell that Cheyenne is just being a bitch. But yeah, anywho's, that concludes today's recap for this episode. Y'all already know, tune in next week for the recap for episode 5. And let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments. And we'll see y'all next week. But before y'all get off this video, y'all already know the deal. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe and turn on those post notifications, so you know when your girls in upload a new video. And without further ado, I'll catch y'all in the next video.